Welcome to PlayPan Spotlight, and today we have two amazing guests they are the co-founders of Blueprint Principles. Welcome Yin and welcome Pam. Welcome the both of you.
Thanks, Kenneth.
Yeah. So before we start, right, maybe each of you can do a short introduction about yourself. What were you doing before Blueprint Principles, and what were you doing? What your experience like, and how do you guys got to know about PlayPan? Starting from Yin.
Hi, Kenneth. Thanks for having us on. Now, previous to Blueprint, I was a marketing and communications director, spanning 30 years, and across quite a few industries, including FMCG, real estate, also in the public sector. But I always had a very big passion for creativity and the crafts. So that started when our older daughter was born. And it started with a baby blanket, and then, I just carried on and made more birthday cards and goodie bags and stuff that was...
a lot involved, right?
So that was where my crafting journey started. And PlayPan gave us that opportunity to be creative and also to do some good for the community.
So currently, are you still working, or are you?
No. I recently retired, which is why, I just feel very blessed to be able to be so involved in this project, which Pam and I co-founded. It was a dream that came to life because the opportunity presented itself with PlayPan.
Good. Thanks for sharing that. How about Pam? What's your background like?
Hi, Kenneth. I'm actually a lawyer by profession.
Ooh.
So I have my own law firm with a couple of partners. I'm still practicing more than 35 years. So it's been...
You look really young. You have 35, then you start really young.
Well, I wish.
Baby.
No, but so yeah, it's great to be a lawyer because you meet people from all walks of life. I mean, it's hard work, but a good thing is you really do experience the whole gamut of from people who are in trouble, or people who buying property, or debts in family, and or just doing corporate M&A, and you meet a wide range of people, a wide range of interests. So it's always been good to meet people and do things. And one of which I come across is a lot of people, especially friends, have done a lot of charitable work in the past. And that's something that I always wanted to do, to see how we can help people. And of course, along the way, we do find a lot of people who are in need and they don't know where to go to get help, and people who fall through the cracks. And but it's always difficult. It's difficult to find an avenue to help them. Of course, there are food banks, to deliver food to the rental homes. There are many charities out there which you can offer to give help, or you can give donations. But beyond that, I just didn't know what one could do. So it was really good, upon chancing upon PlayPan and the whole environment that it provided. So it made it a great opportunity for us to try on this project, which is to we can talk about it later, but it's to take in donations and see how we can make it work for a couple of charitable causes.
So that is also referring to what PlayPan comes to help also, right? Play for good, everything for social good.
Yeah.
And that's where the Blueprint Principles were born, right?
Yeah.
So, but before that, before we dive deeper into the what you guys have founded, right? Maybe you can share what is the relationship between both of you, like old friends, or from where? I'm just curious about it.
Well,
why would two people from two different industries come together?
Sure. Well, shall I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Yun is slightly younger than me, but of course just as wise, if not wiser. But
no.
She's married to a friend from college days. Yeah. So that's how, and we would see each other at gatherings. We have our our friends, we are very active socially, so we tend to always meet up, gatherings and all that, you know, over the years.
So what have you played despite this your college friend's wife? Is that?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And Yin and Dennis hold great parties every time New Year.
Well, I need to find a time.
And Yin she's very creative. Every year with a different zodiac, she makes something special for Lo Hei.
For Dragon
Yes.
this year?
It'll be another dragon. Yeah. So we usually, as Pam shared, we usually have a paper mechanical centerpiece for the Yi Sangs. I mean, I tried it on 1 year, and it seemed to pique and keep the interest. We thought, okay lah, let's just try, you know, for fun. And my husband was thinking, are you sure people want to look at these kind of things?
No,
right?
it's really
And
fun.
it caught on so well that subsequent years, right? He then led the creation. So when we started this, so he decided that he's a lot more meticulous, you know, he's very exacting. And I'm like, it's okay, it will work. As long as it works, it won't fall apart, it's fine. But he then became very interested, you know, and really invested in it.
Maybe you can like share a bit more about this creation that you started and now leading by your husband.
Well, like I say, it was a whim, and because I like to craft, I always, if you take the time to come into our shop, you see little creations that are there for Christmas we had some stuff, and for Chinese New Year it's there. So I try to, I suppose, instill or inject a little bit of activity within our parties. We like to really connect with our friends, and so we don't want it to be just, okay, we just come, you come eat and that's it, you know, and it's just a bit, there's no real personal interaction, and that's something that we don't want.
So it's a yearly activity?
It's an annual event. It's an annual
So how long has it been happening?
Oh, it's 12 years now, because my first one was a dragon. So that's how I remember. So this is, it's one loop.
One cycle, wow.
Yeah.
So you guys have known each other like more than 12 years? Or?
We've, more than that.
Of course,
I mean,
even before their kids were born. I mean, basically, Dennis, her husband, we knew each other from college days. A short while ago, but college days. And so that's how long we've known each other. And Yin came into his life not too long after. So yes, we've known each other for a very long time. Yeah. So when this opportunity came, it was really good, because with Yin's creativity and my want to do something for the charitable causes, I think it was a really good combination.
Yeah.
So, and we have also separate groups of friends aside from this current circle, and we know a lot of people who, I mean, I was just telling you, so many people who want to declutter. You know, I mean, women shop, especially during COVID. You would not believe how many people just go online and buy things, either to support the retailer or because out of boredom, right?
True.
And you know, at one time I really wanted to do something like that, but a friend said, the rental will kill you, and who's going to man the shop? So he's like, okay, kill that idea. So when this came about, opportunity is great, because I wanted to declutter, Yin wanted to declutter, all our friends wanted to declutter, and it was great, because the first wave of donations came, and we couldn't believe the quality. The quality, So we didn't start by saying, sorry, you can only give something that is brand new or lightly used.
You just open up and ask people for donations.
Yes, but when we got the goods, we thought, well, we should tell people that they're either new or only very lightly used. It only came after we got the donation. So it's really nice surprise, and
So how you guys get the donation? Is it through friends, or how do you guys even get this idea of getting people to donate, like apparels, clothing? Is there specific like things that they can donate, or it can be anything that you want to declutter?
I think it's very organic how it started. We just had the idea that yes, we'd like to sell things and the profits go to charity. That's how we started the premise, right? And then after that, I think when people started donating, like a friend would call and say, do you want shoes? You think, shoes would be a good idea, you know. Do you want handbags? Yes.
Just
I think-
communicating.
Yeah, so it's
1 PM
organic.
here.
It's very organic. And then people started coming to the shop and say, where's the menswear?
Yeah.
We're like, menswear,
So
yes.
So you start sending message to your guy friends.
Yeah.
That's where organically.
Exactly.
And we were really pleasantly surprised that the stuff that came were not only of high quality, they were very well kept, you know, and a lot of them were still with tags. Some were in the boxes that were not even open.
Printed, right?
Yeah, they
Mint
so
condition,
so you know, which goes back to what the customers have been saying. You know, you have really very unique stuff, and your stuff is really unmatched. I mean, the most recent comment that came on TikTok was, the stuff in your shop is unmatched.
Unmatched compared to other pre-loved.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, we are priced to sell. There are young ladies who come in and they go, oh, a Manolo at $60. Wow, you know, this is the one time I can own something like that. So it makes us feel good as well to see such good quality going to good, you know, there's sustainability, right?
And
So-
it's almost like rehoming an article.
Yeah.
So if you used to like a Paul Smith suit, but you don't wear suits anymore, then you would feel good that it doesn't go into the junkyard,
Yeah.
that somebody else is enjoying.
And it's just
Same.
like someone who buys it and feel that it's like sayang, right? Like wasted.
Yeah.
So they will just put it with you guys and you guys would be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other thing that struck me was one customer came in and she says, you know, your shop is the perfect combination because number one, I came here to buy a birthday present for a friend who likes branded, but she's a very strong advocate of the circular sustainability thing. And to top it off is for a good cause. So it's checked, you know,
Yeah,
more
3 in 1.
than, so it's a real bonus and it makes us feel good because that's
And you see all the happy faces. Oh, I
yeah.
can finally. They're so excited, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we do get, oh, I really love this, but I can't afford it. So we do say, okay, well, we can do a nice deal for you. I mean, you just recommend a price. You know, we tell them, look, it's for charity, so give what you can.
Yeah.
Because we're not a charity. So some people want to donate, they cannot donate money, but we said, well, take an item
Yep.
and give us some money for it. You take home something, and you feel good because you've given something for the charity.
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's the same way. It makes people feel good to buy the item they like and to feel good that their money goes somewhere, not to our pockets.
Yeah, and I realized that it's all about feeling good, doing good.
Yes, it's
being
very
good,
much
right?
that, yeah.
Being good, like for the person to not just waste it and chunk it into the waste, but really donate it out for a good cause.
Yeah.
For people who might not have the chance to own it.
Yeah.
Or it could be a dream, right?
Yeah.
It could be a dream for them.
So, I mean, initially it was quite difficult when people wanted to define us. So someone said, so when did your thrift shop start? I thought, well, we're not really a thrift shop. But we're not a charity. Well, I suppose we're a form of high quality, pre-loved charity shop. But it's not, we're not working for a single charity. So it's very hard to define. I would prefer that we're not really define it, you know.
That's
why
this is like
It sounds a
startup,
happy
right?
place, yeah.
This is like a social impact startup that you guys started.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's quite novel. We didn't want to be novel, but I think somehow
It just came.
just
from,
evolved.
from the social media, it sounds like there
Yeah.
isn't another place like that in Singapore, you know, which is nice.
So which is niche and unique, and it's something that like you guys say organically, right? You never expected that the things that you're collecting are of that grade, of that category, but it just spin off like that.
Yeah.
And in such a short span from October, right? You guys start
Correct.
from
End of
We
October,
started
actually.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So barely 3 months.
but we're very blessed to have very
Good donors.
very generous donors. Some of them are exceedingly generous. I mean,
Yeah.
the type of things they give us, they could still carry on wearing or carrying. I mean, handbags, they don't really wear out. They don't really have to give it to us, you know. But I think they can see it's for a good cause. So, I mean, a big shout out to our donors as
Yeah.
well.
So
They
donors are
did
mainly
not-
mostly your friends or friends of friends.
Friends and family, and close friends of
Yeah.
our friends as well.
I think it's also because of both of you, right? I believe that your character, your personality, really because if I want to donate to to someone, right? I need to trust that somebody.
Yeah.
I need to have faith that they will put this into a good cause.
Yeah.
And I believe that in your social circles or even in your corporates, in your career, believe that both of you have built up that credibility, that trust factor, that people know that, okay, I'm putting this for a good cause, and know that both of you will carry it out and really give back to the society and do good, and really make sure that you do it on the right track. Yeah. So how did like the name Blueprint Principle comes about?
Well, again, very organically. I think it's like a couple trying to name a baby.
Yeah.
You know, every single name was, I'll think about it. And then, when we're reading the newspapers or thinking and listening to music, it's like, okay, how about this, maybe, how about this? So it took a while, probably about 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah. But I think Blueprint, it's actually suits what we agreed on it because it suits what we want to do. It's actually, we can say, it's a blueprint for the future. It's also a blueprint, because what we want to do aside from the shop. I think it's very much, it's very much because of Yin's creativity and her daughter being in SOTA. And I think it's also a blueprint. We wanted to say that it's an umbrella for also mentoring young kids, blueprint for the art houses, and maybe subconsciously we want this to be also a conduit for other things in future. We don't know what yet, but so we want to just call this present shop a project. We may not raise funds for the same charity again. We may do something else. There's so many people that need help, or there's so many other things that we can do. Maybe we'll do something that enables a disadvantaged group of people in society. We don't know, but that's why we came up with the name Blueprint, so that it's
very, very versatile.
It's a base to create something from nothing, literally.
Good. So from what I know from what you guys have shared, right, is that you guys also have a Blueprint art house. So is that just the first, I would say, category or outlet that you guys have created? And also that you guys work with the students, the kids, the teenagers on this project also, right? So maybe you guys can share more on that. Who would want to?
Yeah. So part of Blueprint Principles, apart from the charitable causes, we also wanted to be able to mentor the younger generation. And it so happens that, we are within the art district. And my daughter is a new graduate of School of the Arts. And it just kind of fell into place because even with the unit that was next to ours, it originally came with a grandmother in the front. And we had a grandmother. A grandmother is in the window.
Like a mural.
Because when they had opened the place to let the street graphic artists, paint and do what you want, it just so happened that there was a grandmother sitting on a chair, and we had a mahjong set. That one of the artists, and you've seen it, right? And so it just fell into place. It just fit in so nicely. It was almost as though it was made for us and just waiting for the kids. So we wanted to give my daughter and her friends a taste of what real life is, and also to be able to see what it meant to run an art gallery, what it meant to be interacting with the customers, explaining their arts, and then also to all the back end, like all your financials and
the very entrepreneurial part of it, right?
Well, the boring part of it, you're rostering people to look after the shop, the cleanups, the tagging, the social media, and the marketing, and all that. It was a bit. We had to push her a little bit in the beginning because I suppose there was also this fear of the unknown. And she was thinking,
never tried before.
Are you sure? And I said, look, we will be there. We've got the experience from all our years combined, and we will guide you. And this is the best opportunity, as a start to take your first step. And you guys are just down the road from School of the Arts. You just get all your friends to come with you. And yeah, so that's the first time. And the first one which they named Ponteng.
Yeah, which is a very interesting name.
It's a very interesting
Very
name. It's
local.
also it's also a lot of Ponteng during that time.
Because from student, right? From student, they always think
Yeah.
of Ponteng, Ponteng. Ponteng is basically, I think, especially for those who are not in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
So Ponteng is basically skip school.
Skip
right?
school,
Skip
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And I think the kids, when I first I patronized the shop and what
Yeah.
they do, right? I think Ponteng really attracted people, and then they have a Ponteng 2, right?
Yeah,
Which is
it
another
was so
unit.
overwhelming. I mean, the response from the first shot was so overwhelming that Yvonne and Gary said, hey, look, do you want another unit? And we were like, wow, So we went back to the kids and we said, you sure you want to do this? And they said, yeah. There was no hesitation. And I'm like, oh, very different reaction from the first one.
Yeah, and I if I'm not wrong, the second one was they set it up very fast. I think within a week or so.
Yeah, within a week.
I think they got the hang of it from the first one.
Right, they know what can do, what cannot do, what is the fastest way, right?
I suppose they also had a lot more people chip in.
Yeah.
The first one was only about 6 or 7 artists, and Robin, my daughter, and my husband did most of the setup with the painting and stuff like that. So when they decided to take on the second one, my husband said, okay, you guys are on your own. You already had a trial run, and by that time they had, so now collectively they have 16 of them.
Wow, 16 art students
16 art students.
Exhibiting
and running the place, So, it was a division of labor, and it teaches them how, you have to rely on each other.
Yeah.
You have to put up with, untidiness
right?
and stuff like that, Yeah,
I also realized that they have shift work. That means one of them will be like cashier for this, and some of them will be like taking care of people who come in and take a look, inquiries. There's a bit of customer service, right?
Yeah. And in addition to that, they also agreed that a portion of their proceeds from the sale of their prints and their paintings will go to our charities.
Yeah.
So we wanted to teach them that from a very early age, that you can give back and you should give back.
Yeah.
And it feels good. They're very vocal about that, and there was no hesitation, actually.
So from there, because from the pre-loved star products and now like channeling out another part of it, which is to support the student, that is called Blueprint
Art House.
Blueprint Art House. Yeah. So that is to support all the art students, creative people, creative students. Is it only particular for students, or it's open out for anyone, any artists, or just starting from students first?
Gosh, I think, we haven't really thought that far. I mean,
I don't think anyone has approached us, thankfully, yet. I think that, this building has been absolutely fabulous for us in terms of allowing anybody to just about do anything so long as for social good. But Gary and Yvonne have left it to people to decide what they want to do. But and we could see from October until now such a big difference. The traction,
You're right.
the activity now, I would say, is tenfold of what it was in the beginning. I guess if we had another 3 months, we will probably within those 3 months get people inquiring if they could join and do stuff. But it's just a short time involved. In fact, we did have a very regular customer who then ended up doing the performance art downstairs, right? Yeah. So because he walked in and discovered this place and made a few inquiries, and they set up something on the ground floor on Sunday, which was highly interesting. I think one of them who performed was an alumni of SOTA.
SOTA.
Yeah. But the rest were just people who were formerly of other professions. There was an ex-lawyer included, and who found a different way of life, and who knows, another 3 months it would have been such a hive of activity that perhaps it could have given the Singapore government some thought about how they could replicate this. Somewhere else.
Correct.
In fact, more permanent.
In fact, because the media, the publicity, and a lot more and more people organically, they're coming to know about this place, and there are also institutions, from what I know, that are compiling, they are putting it into research and into a system, right, curriculum on how they can duplicate this social experiment of what PlayPan stands for to continue to do it for other projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so having said that, right, like there's a lot of things that you guys are doing for good. What do you hope to achieve? Like, for example, if let's say, like, eventually PlayPan will continue, and even without Peace Center, because we will have a 2.0.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on like PlayPan moving forward into the future, having the PlayPan 2.0? Maybe starting from here.
Well, 1.0 has been, in our books, I think it's been phenomenal. It's been a phenomenal success, and I think it's very hard to ignore what started out as a social experiment should stop. With the documenting, and the feedback from so many areas. I think they should grow bigger, and I think if they get the support from the government, because they are the biggest guardians of land and possibility, so much will come out of it.
Yeah.
The community here is amazing. I mean, in early days when we first started, everybody in the building knew that we were the only ones with a ladder. So they will come in. They will just come, and then they will borrow it, and and there was such an easy exchange of, do you need help? Can we help you with anything? Do you need to borrow something? And we were just giving tips to each other as to what shortcuts we could do. So it's really a kampong community. Kampong meaning friendly. So friendly. And this social experiment, I mean, even with Blueprint, with Pam and I, both of us have absolutely no retail experience. So we bungled along the way. I Googled a lot, to see what other people had done.
Learn on the job, right?
Yeah, and a lot of it was common sense, and which was what we told the art house kids as well. You learn, and nothing is too hard.
And learn and do at the same time, right?
Yeah, and then you ask, just ask, and everybody was just very happy to help you.
It's a collective, and everybody chip in.
Yeah, I mean, people were like driving traffic. I mean, my Nona's downstairs, she said, go to Blueprint if you want a really nice outfit or really nice bag and stuff. Just go there,
We have a lot of ambassadors here. Everybody, if you're looking for this, you can go there.
Yeah. Because we were asked, where can I get a T-shirt of this? And I said, go down, local thrift, I think I saw something similar there. So we were very open to recommendations, and, even with Eddie, he came up with this website.
Yeah.
And it's for the whole mall. It's not just for his own business.
Right.
So that's this sort of cooperation is something that I'm very happy that the kids that we are mentoring, they see this happening and they realize.
And then seeing from us, right?
Yeah.
Who started, the stakeholders, some of the what we call the original tenants, and all coming together to build this up. And I think just now when you guys was talking about that part, right, for students, I think because I'm a design student, I studied fashion design, and that was like 20 over years ago. I wish I had something like PlayPan to really exhibit, to really learn the entrepreneurial part, because we do have a chapter or a module on entrepreneurship, but we never had a chance to exhibit that. Like, not unlike the student for SOTA, because their art pieces, their project, whatever creation they come up with, right, they can put into print and then can sell, and then for a good cause. And they also learn about financial management, financial literacy, and they get a taste of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, Kenneth. I think that in the authorities' words, they call it a sandbox, right? We don't have enough sandboxes for young entrepreneurs. We have sandboxes for fintech, we have sandboxes for those sort of investors, big money, but we don't have sandboxes for young people
and creative people.
Yes, yeah.
And the arts especially. I mean, it's good that a lot more traction, is coming on. The fact that, the University of Art Singapore is coming on this year. A lot more can be done. And, there's so much around here, local talent that's not been tapped. And this place has shown so much possibility for all the different
even having
art
like
forms.
Lawyers coming in, people from Artcom, like even retirees, right, here to really help and empower, even lifting up, even creating what you guys have created, the Blueprint Art House, right, to really support and give a platform for all these young kids so that they can exhibit and have the feel of it. Some of them might want to start a business, but it might be too fast for them, might be too challenging for them, but at least have a feel of it, right? It's like a Kickstarter program, really for them to try it out.
I mean, you may be surprised. There are a lot of people that are very encouraging. I mean, when we started this, I was a bit reticent about mentioning this to my clients because they'll think, oh, then I'm not concentrating on my work. But, you know, eventually blabbermouth, right? So I would talk about it. But a lot of them are incredibly supportive. You know, and some of them actually said, can we help with the rent? Can we help with something? So, going back to your question, what do I envisage PlayPan 2.0 to be? That hopefully they can use this as a launch pad for the next phase, which is to engage with the right people or more stakeholders to see if there are more buildings like that, more land, or maybe tax incentives given to developers before they build to give the space, because it's important. You can just say, oh yeah, you can just do it in a market scenario outside MRT station. It's not quite the same. I've noticed that, you know, there's a piano downstairs. There's a piano also outside along Maxwell Road in the URA building. Nobody plays that except for the occasional janitor. Here, I think it's because kids need something, you know,
they
because
need to feel
they need to feel like they're safe, and but yet with a bit of responsibility, because you're still in a building. You can't trash a piano, you can't trash the place, but that it's not like being in the middle of a street playing. It's still within a building, and the way they express themselves is so nice. You know, some of them are hugely talented. So hopefully PlayPan 2.0 will be able to achieve more than what they already incredibly have achieved.
Yeah, definitely. I like the part where you put up like the piano, right? And there's a lot of places that have piano. But this is also a conversation I spoke with the co-founder, which is Gary and Yvonne. They were saying that there are a lot of piano outside, but over here you can keep on hearing like a background music that's playing in Peace Center. And you will be amazed, some people that we thought that we know them, but they are great at piano, they didn't have the chance because maybe at the outside, at commercial space, right, you felt that you might be being judged. But over here, you're not. And being safe, right, to be able to play so openly with no judgment, I think the whole vibe and the whole energy that we have over here, and the people here, right, we are just expressive. Even that night, I was just singing karaoke over at the Project Play at the bistro that we had, and they just turned on the karaoke, and someone was coming to me and say, "Oh, you guys can sing here? Who's in charge of this?" Is all from like YouTube, right? Just playing and just have fun. And the other guy, I just met a friend. He said, "Oh, you sang this song. I like this song." Then we clicked, and both of us was born on the same year, right? So we just clicked like that through music, and it was open, and you have the really the feel of it. And I think it's no judgment, and also providing the safe space. And moving forward, I believe that PlayPan will be able to nurture all these creative people and all people who have dreams. Like from lawyer to come to do something for good. Even we have like engineer by day, and then at night he is teaching people how to play the BMX, to do stunts and stuff like that. So I think more and more things will be coming out for PlayPan 2.0, and it's a social movement. It's a thing that it will keep us going, and this is something that that Singapore needs. This is what personally how I feel. So before we wrap up, right? Anything that you guys have in mind, right? That is your biggest memory so far. Maybe starting from Pam. What's the memory that you have that you want to share with us over here?
I think it's well, I'll be very sad when this ends. Not because the shop we think it's done well or not done well, or whether we've had customers or sales, but I will miss the cohesiveness of this community. And even though I don't engage with them every day or whatever, maybe you walk past, maybe you say hello, that's all you do, you know, or chit chat. But still, it's the feeling I have when we walk around that we're in this together. And I don't know if I mean, I truly hope that we can replicate this somewhere else. But yeah, that would be the lasting thought and memory that I would take with me.
So that would be the cohesiveness, right?
The cohesiveness
really
of the community. And when I talk to my clients, my family or friends, you know, or certain naysayers, and I say, you should come. It's so incredibly unique. And the uniqueness factor, the cohesiveness factor, the sense of community here, is really one of a kind. And that is something that, yeah.
Because it grew organically, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen how Peace Center, when they took over from
Yeah.
August to now,
Yeah.
how it has evolved.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
really evolved that you cannot expect it. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, from October till now, it's so different. In fact, now is at this point, we're at the peak, you know, maybe, I don't know what will happen if we had this for another year. Maybe it will fizzle out, but right now it's totally perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. So how about Yin?
Yeah,
What's your
I mean,
greatest memory here?
I'll definitely be leaving on a high. I will feel an absolute void. You know, my Friday, Saturday, and Sundays will be very different from February.
No, because it's always happening on Friday, Saturday,
It's been
Sunday,
my
right?
life, you know. It's been my life for the past 3 months, you know. I mean, not that we only operate on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, but when the donations come in, because people here and then they donate, you know, so I'm usually in here during the week as well, to curate and to do whatever we have to. But it's been an amazing experience because it's also further strengthened the bond with my family because you know now our daughters work alongside us. My husband is always involved in the background, whether it's, you know, chauffeuring us or picking up or, you know, getting out.
It's a family activity, bonding session.
But what I will also miss a lot would be our regulars that come in every week, you know. They come in to see, but they also come in to say hello. And I look forward to it, you know. I know when someone hasn't come and we communicate then. I will ask them, I say, you know, I hope things are going well and actually, you know, we missed you this week. Because very often they will just come in and they will bring their family. And then, so you then get to know the extended family.
Yeah.
So adding to that kampung spirit. And it's just been incredible that every week we learn something new. We see something new and we become friends with new people. Yeah. And even at our age, right, at our ripe old age, right, we're meeting new people and you see different perspectives.
And also the young energy because of kids, because it's along the creative.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Yin says, it's because people are here for almost the same purpose or objective. Why they set up here is because blah, blah, blah. But it's always social good.
Yeah.
We're not having like a big chain, you know, like a retail shop here. Most people here are like foundations, or charities, or thrift, or art, or design, or just to promote a cause. Yes.
Promote cause, yeah.
So like you know, and so when you have like-minded people here, and when we go around each other's shops to chit-chat, you find that you become friends instantly.
And you just spin off some creative new ideas, and you just next week I will do this.
Yeah, or just become friends because you know that you're already on the same wavelength, you know, and you're just like when Yin says, you make ready friends. Yeah, it's great.
So having knowing all that, or what's your experience, your greatest memory here? So what is for Blueprint Principle moving forward? What plans do you guys have? Or currently now you just play
get my weekend life back first. We don't know. I think we'll take a break. Yeah, we'll take a break.
I mean, initially, like we said, it was meant to be a pop-up. It was a passion project. We were just going to do it, and we didn't have a future plan. You know, shivers. We didn't even know that the art house would spin off to a second unit. You know, and so I think we had initially said that we'll finish with this project and that's it. But we've been getting comments and messages, so where are you going to go next? You know, it'd be such a waste, you know, and sort of thing. So, yeah, we will have to think of We want to think of something.
We'd love to think of something,
Yeah.
but again, it's got to be something similar. You know,
For it to
Yin
work.
she's got her hands full with other things, and I've got my job.
Yeah.
So, if we had to operate every day, it's going to be very difficult. If we
Yeah.
have to pay commercial rent,
Yeah,
it will
that's
kill
it.
us.
Of course.
I mean, we do
so-
this because,
Yeah.
you know, we
It's
can raise
opportunity, yeah.
It's
enough
no-
profits to donate. I mean, that was the whole premise of it
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Otherwise,
So
Yeah.
we'll
I
see.
think all this we can leave to the co-founders of PlayPan.
Yes.
And definitely with all the talks, I think you guys are not the only one that have been talking
Yeah.
to them. They are also working on something, and we can all look forward to PlayPan 2.0 and where it's
Absolutely.
leading, because it's a movement. Wherever we go, worst come to worst, we can always hang out at 10 Square.
yes,
Yeah, over at
that's
Gary's
true.
place. So once again, thanks Yee and Pam for
Thank you,
this
Kenneth.
amazing interview on PlayPan Spotlight. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to find out more about PlayPan 2.0, do follow on PlayPan's all the socials, or even subscribe to our YouTube channel now. And once again, thanks Yee and Pam for sharing that amazing story and how they are creating an impact through PlayPan movement, which is a play for good spirit. So thank you everyone, and I will see you guys when I see you guys at PlayPan 2.0. See you guys. Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.